two rules of investment success held by Warren Buffett, the man many consider to be the most successful investor of all time? Rule number 1, never lose money. And rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. So ask yourself this: is my retirement money safe? Is it guaranteed? If not, can I afford to lose some of it? Because if your money is invested in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, you know that 10 years of market gains can be completely wiped out in only 10 weeks of market losses, as they were in 2008. Of course, it's not only the money we lose in a market crash, but the time we lose as well. For example, if the market loses 40 to 50% of its value, as it did between 2008 and 2009, we would need to earn more than 10% for each of the next 5 years, net of any fees, commissions, taxes, or expenses, just to recover our losses and get even again. More than 10% for 5 years in a row, just to earn back what we had already saved. Which means that we would lose at least 5 years of compounded growth on our savings. That is why avoiding market losses can make such a big difference in the growth of our money. So how can we grow and protect our savings without any market losses and without the risk of losing any of our savings? With an insured contract that guarantees to credit our money with an interest rate based only on the growth of a market index, like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, or the Dow Jones Industrials, but without any market losses and without current taxation on any of the growth. According to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, billions of dollars have already been deposited into these contracts by millions of people who have not lost even $1 of their savings as a result of any market losses. That's because these contracts do not actually invest in the market. They only use the market index to determine the interest rate credited to your money. So when the index increases or gains value over a period of time specified in the contract, an interest rate as a percentage of those gains is credited to your savings. But when the index decreases or loses value, zero interest is credited to your money, and those losses are never deducted, which means that both your principal and your earnings are always preserved, and you never lose any of your money within the contract. However, there is a maximum limit on how much of the index gains can be credited to your money. So you don't get all of the index gains, but you don't get any of the index losses. And because these are retirement income contracts, they are meant for long-term savings, not for short-term or temporary deposits. So if you withdraw more than 10% of your savings in any one year, you could forfeit as much as 10 to 15% of any annual withdrawal that exceeds 10% of your contract value. What's more, the IRS will charge a 10% tax penalty on any tax-deferred interest earnings you withdraw before age 60. So what are these contracts? They're called index annuities, and they are contractually guaranteed by legal reserve insurance companies that are required to maintain capital reserves equal to all of their contractual guarantees. So ask yourself this: does it make sense to keep your money in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds and risk the loss of both your savings and your earnings? And does it make sense to pay taxes on your earnings every year if those earnings can still be lost after you paid the taxes? Or does it make better sense to keep your money in an index annuity that contractually guarantees to grow and protect both your savings and your earnings without investment risk or annual taxation?